Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield have just been announced as the next Pokemon generation titles for the Nintendo Switch. Besides displaying a beautiful new region called the Galar region, we've also been introduced to 3 new starters we'll be able to choose from at the beginning of these games. It's always fun to speculate what these starters will eventually evolve into, and since it's been a bit since I've uploaded any sort of content, I thought this would be a fun first video to start off with. For any of you that are new here, my name is Josh, but my channel name is ThrohGames, and on here I'll be making videos of speculations to general discussions, covering different aspects of these games as we get more information. I would love to see you all get involved in the speculation discussions in the comment section down below, and let me know your thoughts and ideas on these starters and what you think they will evolve into. If you end up enjoying the video and want to see more like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date for new videos that go live. Without further ado, let's talk about these wonderful starters, and of course, the one I want to start out with is Grookey, my favorite out of the bunch. Now right off the bat, I'm gonna admit, I'm a sucker for grass types. I pretty much always like the grass types design the most, so that's why we're starting with Grookey. But I mean, how could you not like this fucking grass monkey? I don't know what type of human, what type of Pokemon trainer would not want this thing on your team. Like, I don't know who you are if you think this thing is the worst design. Just get off my video. I'm joking, obviously, but I'm just making it clear. I'm biased towards this thing. This thing is my favorite. That's why I want to talk about it first. So for the typing of Grookey's final evolution, I'm looking at going for like a grass fighting type. I know we already have Chestnut. It exists. It's a grass fighting type, but I don't know if it really captures that like grass fighting type, you know, spirit that I would be looking for. Considering Grookey's a monkey, I think the fighting type sort of fits it naturally. And like, interesting idea, instead of going for the bulky physical grass fighting type, what about if we do the complete opposite this time around and we do a special grass fighting type that's like a fast, nimble type of Pokemon? I think this would make the grass fighting type different enough that it's not like, oh, we're getting another grass fighting type. Design wise, I'd be looking at, as it evolves, it stays pretty nimble, where it's not like bulking up, it's not becoming this fat monkey or something like that, but it's like progressively aging as it evolves. And eventually I think it would be interesting if the final evolution was sort of like a wise sage monkey, sort of taking some inspiration from maybe Alakazam's design. And looking at the stats for Grookey's final evolution, I'm looking at with HP being around 70, attack being 80, defense being 65, special attack being 115, special defense being 90, and then speed being 110. A lot of the ideas for these stats are kind of being based around how Sceptile's stats are laid out, but the difference with Grookey here is I want it to be more of an attacker, kind of akin to the fighting typing in it. So instead of having the higher speed, it actually has the higher special attack, unlike Sceptile, who has higher speed than special attack. And that's sort of my overall ideas for Grookey. Hopefully this makes Grookey a really interesting Pokemon to use throughout your playthrough of Pokemon Sword or Shield, and hopefully it just feels different from the other starters. Next up we have Scorbunny. I really like this Pokemon's design. The fire bunny aspect of it makes it super cute. It's a close second to Grookey. The one thing that sort of throws me off with this design is the choice of making the main color of this Pokemon white. I feel like maybe a light brown, like a light tannish brown maybe, would have worked better, and maybe a little bit more design put into that sort of area that's just completely white. But I don't know, that's just my opinion. Now for the typing of Scorbunny's final evolution, there are a lot of different ideas that I could go with. At first I was thinking maybe fire ground, but then I thought we already have Diggersby, so I can't really go with that. And I've heard fire electric, sounds pretty cool. I'm not totally against it, but what I decided would make the most sense to me is a fire steel type. The one thing that really scares me about Scorbunny's design is the fact that I have a really bad aching feeling that it's gonna be another fire fighting type. And I think everyone at this point agrees we don't need another fire fighting type. at all. The reason I want Scorbunny's final evolution to be Fire Steel is because I don't want another fast, fragile Fire-type Pokemon. I'm looking for Scorbunny to, as it evolves, to bulk up and become more of a defensive Pokemon. Design-wise, I could see Scorbunny as it slowly evolves and gets bulkier. Those bandages you sort of see on its body right now may be turning into some sort of steel plating around its body. Its final evolution could take some inspiration from Chestnut's design, maybe just being a little bit chubbier. For the stats of Scorbunny's final evolution, I'm sort of looking at it being a bulky mixed attacker with its HP around 100, attack at 85, defense at 110, special attack at 95, special defense at 90, and then speed at 50. With those stats, I think Scorbunny can be a very bulky mon, while at the same time able to dish out good damage still, and end up just being an overall threat. Last but not least, we have Sobble. Even though it is my least favorite out of the three, I cannot say that I hate the design of this Pokemon whatsoever. Its timidness is actually really cute, and I think just overall, I think it could really evolve into something awesome. From watching the trailer, my brain instantly went to water ghost typing for Sobble. I just don't know. Watching it go from invisible to visible, it just really makes me think that maybe this thing could end up being a water ghost type for its final evolution. And yes, I do realize that Sobble is based off a chameleon, so it's really just blending into its environment, not going invisible, but my mind just couldn't get away from the water ghost typing, and plus the endless possibilities for its design. Also, considering how timid Sobble is, it just seems like it fits that ghost type archetype, where it could just blend into its environment and hide from enemies, and I think that could be really cute. Though I think as Sobble evolves and gets towards its final evolution, I think that timidness will go away and you'll see it become more of a defensive mon. For the design of Sobble's final evolution, it's hard for me to get an exact picture in my head of what I exactly want this thing to look like. Of course, it's going to have that water ghost type, sort of wispy maybe, like ghost type feel to it, and it be still a sort of chameleon, but maybe start to look more dragon-like would be very interesting to me. I definitely do think it will get bulkier, and one thing I really hope it keeps from its original design is its confused face. I think that would just be really cute on its final evolution. But besides that, I would love to hear some of you guys' ideas for Sobble's final evolution's design. For its stats, I would be looking for it to be a physical, bulky attacker, more focused on being the attacker here. So for its HP, I would put it around 80, attack at 110, defense at 85, special attack at 70, special defense at 100, and then speed at around 85. There's definitely a lot of different ways I could see Sobble's final evolution stats going, but overall, I just think it would be great to have another ghost type Pokemon in the Pokemon games. And that's it for my thoughts on the starters and what I think they will evolve into. Definitely share your different thoughts and ideas around the starters in the comments down below. I'll definitely be reading through and seeing what interesting ideas you guys have. If you enjoyed the video and want to show some support, leaving a like and subscribing is always appreciated. Make sure to turn notifications on if you want to be up to date on when new videos go up. I'll have more videos coming out over the next couple weeks talking about more aspects of Pokemon Sword and Shield and other games that I'm interested in. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!